everyone, it's Louise with Louise McKay Art, and I have rearranged my art room because I just wanted to do it differently and have better lighting, hopefully. Have a window to my right, the light behind, and a better setup with the camera. I'm hoping this is a better arrangement. So here we go. So I'm going to do another bloom swipe scoop and drag today with one color base, and my base is this gray flannel with a lot of MultiPro in it. It's probably a little thinner than I would normally go with, but I'm going to use it anyway. And then I got my colors here. My lineup, I'm going to start with the Payne's Gray, I think. And then I have my Arteza Pearl Sea Green with Artist Loft Metallic Cobalt Blue, because I wanted to lighten it up a little bit and darken up the Arteza. 24 karat gold, the Venetian Rose by Arteza, Caput Mortem Violet by Arteza, and this is that DecoArt Enchanted Shimmer that I'm going to put down last. This is it, the Enchanted Shimmer Violet, because I liked what it did last time. So compared to the last one, I am adding this turquoise, and I'm only going to go with one base with the gray, a very light gray. And then my cell activator, I took my white and my black, and I thickened them up. So typically this runs off and goes straight in with no trace. And right now I have a little bit of trace, but it's still much thinner than the paints. We'll see how this works. So I'm going to bring you back when I get my base laid, my puddle laid, and we'll get to work. We'll see what happens. This is an 8x8 canvas, by the way. So it's small. I'm just playing small just to kind of get my feel for this process again. So I'm not laying down a whole lot of the base because I want to have control over the swiping process. And I see there's some air bubbles there, so I'm gonna try to pop some out. All right. Okay, I'm gonna go really simple. Hey everyone, so this is a longer video again. I try to keep my videos under 15 minutes, so I gotta cut out somewhere. So what I'm gonna do is just through the layering of the colors, I'm gonna double time through this. I don't really share a whole lot through this section, so anyway, that's the Payne's Gray. And in hindsight, I wish I did not put down so much of it, because it kind of took over, in my opinion, when it was all said and done. And this color here is the Artist Loft Metallic Cobalt Blue combined with Arteza's Pearl Sea Green. And this color, of course, is 24 karat gold by DecoArt. And for most of you who have been following me, I typically drizzle the colors over each other so that they have a little play space and breathing room between each other and can kind of mingle with each other. And this time I'm deliberately pouring them directly on top of each other, with the exception of the last color, the Shimmer, because I want to see what happens, how that one plays. But, you know, in hindsight, what happens with the Shimmer is that it only plays with the pink, since that's the last color on top. Because all these colors are on top of each other, it kind of blot each other out, in my opinion. So I went with the Venetian Rose, the Caput Mortem Violet, and now the drizzling on of the Shimmer Violet. And something I've learned from watching other people is that when you get a drip, an errant drip or a blue blob like that, it's best to just dab it out with your finger. I've tried using a stir stick, and what happens is that just spreads it. Let's just start small. Let's see what we get. So I've been like a silly kid around here. I gotta explain. So it's starting to turn fall around here, and I literally have been walking my dog and like a 10-year-old trying to catch leaves. It's been crazy, but it's so much fun. If you haven't just tried catching leaves. I'm telling you, if you want to smile and laugh, do it, because it's so much fun. It's so much fun. Okay. Let's see what we get with that. Kind of like the way the black cell activator is working. So as you run the palette knife through, you want to apply light pressure and have it on a little bit of an angle as you're pushing through the paint. Get some of this white on here. Yeah, I recommend leaf catching to anybody. The wind blows, you're outside, it's crispy cool, and you go catch leaves. It's so much fun. So much fun. All right, let's see what we can play with here. So guys, once again, I'm gonna pick up the pace here, just in the interest of time. You can see what I'm doing, and I'll just leave it on double time and be quiet for now. All right. So I wasn't quiet for long. So what I've decided to do is lay down another small strip of colors and try to enhance the composition on this a little bit before I really start going into scooping and dragging. And there, once again, I made another drip, and you'll see me take it out in a second. It's like presto magic, presto, it's gone. Really works well. So as you see here, what I'm trying to do off that main color composition is just to spread it out. And in hindsight, now that I watch this back and know what happens, I wished I had added another section of color over there, or been a little more aggressive in the way I spread out from the main line there, because it is a little bit off balance in the end. And I don't know, for me, the two biggest things for me is the color choices and the composition. I mean, obviously you want good paint that's going to work nicely and hold up to what you're doing with it, but I mean, for me, what captures my attention when looking at art is the color choices. So, I mean, either the colors are working together or they are in good contrast with each other, but they're captivating to draw you in. And then, of course, the composition. The composition is what to me, makes you look at it for a long period of time. How is it laying down, and how are those paints working together? Lay down some flow paint. So as I mentioned earlier about the composition, I'm trying to spread it out a little bit more over the canvas. I was expecting it to spread more when I spun it, but it's not working out that way. So in here, I'm just explaining I wanted it to spread a little more width-wise, and maybe because I just laid down a straight line, it's not going that way. Maybe because I didn't really direct it with the palette knife. But either which way, it is bound and determined to stay straight one direction to the other corner. And nothing I do is going to make it move. And the more I spin it, in fact, it makes it even accentuate more going corner to corner instead of spreading out the other corners. So I'm sure you can see it, but that's where we are. Alright everyone, so lesson learned here is that Venetian rose that I laid on top of all the other colors before the shimmer is an opaque color, so that's why it's taking over so much and blotting out the other colors. So lesson learned, a top color should probably be transparent or semi-transparent to allow the other colors to bleed through. Lesson learned for me for sure, I should have realized. So thanks for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed, hit the bell and all, and leave comments. Take care everybody.